Tossing luggage scandal, Marcus G on the Toronto mayoral campaign, and how doctors are saving blood. Welcome to Globe Now, I'm Affan Chowdhry. This passenger luggage got air even before the flight took off. This is video taken by an Air Canada passenger of baggage handlers at Toronto's Pearson Airport. And yes, that is luggage being dropped from a height of 6 meters. As one of the passenger voices on the video quipped, "Good thing my computer is in there." Well, Air Canada says it will fire the employees involved in the incident after an investigation, but the damage has already been done. The video has been watched over 1 million times in less than a week, and on Twitter, the criticism has been steady. It's not all criticism, of course. Some have been impressed with the airline's response. And there is this high-profile frequent flyer who was quick to defend Air Canada, a gesture much appreciated by an airline that has taken a lot of heat as of late. Now to a must-watch political contest. Between now and October, the race to be Toronto's mayor will be a hot one. Rob Ford formally launched his re-election campaign last week, and the Globe's Toronto columnist Marcus G joins us now. Welcome, Marcus. What is Rob Ford's strategy?
Well, I think first of all, he's trying to energize his base, and that's what he was doing on last week. He has a very loyal following of people who voted for him last time and still think he's the greatest despite everything. So he was trying to fire them up, and he certainly achieved that last week.
Now, from among the leading candidates, who is the best campaigner in your opinion?
Well, you know, I think Rob Ford actually is. I mean, which might surprise you because of everything he's gone through. But he's a very forceful speaker when he's on, and he was really on last week. He gave a complete barn burner of a speech that just had them stomping and whistling and hooting. So he's good at that. He's good at staying on message. He really only has one message, which is, you know, I'm the taxpayer's friend, and I've done everything I said I would do, and so on. And he just repeats it over and over and over, very on message. He doesn't wander, doesn't get down in the weeds, as he puts it, on complexities.
Interesting. So how do the Olivia Chows and the John Tories respond to his campaign strategy?
Well, look, they've been trying to debunk a lot of his claims. They've been trying to say we need to settle down and have a more rational, trouble-free mayoralty after this. So they've been trying to do that. But and Olivia Chow is also quite a good campaigner in her own right, in a calmer sort of way. Mm-hmm. But she gives an impression of seriousness and sincerity and so on. John Tory, who's in third right now, tends to talk a little too much and comes across perhaps as a bit of an egghead sometimes. So I think he has a little work to do on his campaign pitch.
Now, there's been a recent Forum research poll that shows Olivia Chow with 34% support, followed by Rob Ford with 27% support and John Tory with 24% support. How quickly could those numbers change?
Well, you know, we talked to Doug Ford last week, the mayor's brother, and he said, of course, he said, this is just where we want to be. It was the same place, roughly, they were last time around in 2010 at this point in the campaign. He was in second, and then he gradually built up momentum. The difference, of course, this time is he's the incumbent. He's the mayor. So it could go the other way, too. But they're hoping with this kickoff last week and with the crack revelations kind of fading a little bit into the past is the past, as Mr. Ford likes to say, that he will gain momentum as the campaign goes on.
And briefly, we have about 20 seconds. The business of City Hall continues. What is the one thing you're going to be watching upcoming?
There's one proposal this week to raise councillor salaries. There was a report suggesting it, saying they're underpaid compared to their counterparts elsewhere. I don't think it'll go anywhere in an election year.
No, it doesn't sound like it. Well, thank you so much, Marcus. Well, let us know what you think. To what extent do you think a Rob Ford re-election is possible? Tweet us at Globe Now. Now to a revolution taking place in the surgery room. Donated blood is a precious resource that's always in high demand. A simple test is helping conserve that blood and save money by telling doctors precisely what a cardiac patient's blood needs will be during surgery. Take a look.
One of the major complications or side effects of heart surgery is abnormal blood clotting. And because of that, a lot of patients bleed excessively after surgery, and the majority of them need blood product transfusions. So it's critical to try to prevent excessive blood loss and to reduce the use of blood products as best as we can. So recognizing this problem, we are using tests that are near the patient's bedside, and they can provide the results to us very quickly, within a matter of minutes. That's all the blood you need, basically, to do the analysis. Once a volunteer donates blood, that unit gets broken up into different components. So you have the red blood cell component, platelets, and plasma. And a patient, depending on what component they're missing, then gets targeted therapy. And part of what these tests let us do is identify which component they're missing exactly. And so we can target it and reduce the use of the unnecessary transfusions. Blood is a very expensive resource. Each unit of blood costs about $400 to $500. And also it's scarce, so by saving a unit here, that unit is available to be used in other places. And realizing that cardiac surgery is one of the most common surgical procedures that uses the majority of blood products in surgery, if you can reduce your use in cardiac surgery, you can have a major impact on the broader supply of blood. What we're about to start is a multi-center study that's funded by the Canadian Institutes of Health Research, and we're going to expand this program to 12 other hospitals. And if it works there, then I can, within the next year or so, I can see it expanding to all major centers.
And that's all for Globe Now. Tweet us about anything you heard on today's program, whether it is the Air Canada luggage story or Toronto's mayor race. We want to hear from you. Tweet us at Globe Now. Thanks for watching. I'm Affan Chowdhry.